All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
With our stunning collection of fine jewelry, gemstones, pearls and diamonds, fine pieces in timeless designs and unspoken elegance. Al Siraj Jewelry, our story, our pride.
Lulu Money, Snehapurvam.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 3885 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. Since 2006, Magnum Imprint have been offering high standards of quality with our professional team that delivers all your advertising and promotional requirements efficiently and promptly. For more details, please contact 39887088 or 33856330 or 33542530.
Gifted and talented, a woman who proudly wears a crown. Titled Mrs. India International, special education teacher and social activist, Dr. Shailla Khan. Returning to Bahrain for a third time in the thick of the pandemic, Mrs. Khan is busy with activities that she enjoys. Recently appointed as a manager of National Women's and Girls Cricket Team by the Bahrain Cricket Federation, the mother to three is also a motivational speaker. The UK qualified special education teacher from Delhi holds an honorary doctorate from Theophany University, Haiti. The beautiful host of the Shailla Khan Show at 10 News and online portal, Mrs. Khan is also a freelance writer and a poet. She writes poems and articles on women empowerment, gender equality, and social justice. She has lived in different countries in the Europe and the Gulf and worked as a teacher, event planner, and host. She is married to Shahnawaz Khan, a chartered accountant and a technical and motivational speaker himself. The couple has 3 children, Sarah, Ikra, and Hamza. Mrs. Khan is a recipient of many awards including National Women's Achievers Award, Precious Gems of India, Inspiring Women of the Year Award by World Human Rights Organization, and Social Activist Award by Shikhar Organization for Social Development, among others. Her latest video and poem on sexual abuse, titled No Means No, released recently, has women across the globe involving to share their message on the topic. A woman whose motto of life is care and share and make the world a better place, she is a voice of inspiration to every woman out there. Chin up, hold your head high, says Dr. Shailla Khan, who is joining us this evening on Success Statements from BMC Global Life. Every God-gifted talent gains its ultimate shine when it is used to make the world a better place. One such, yet another woman, is joining me this evening, motivational speaker, special education teacher, model, author, and a cricketer, former Mrs. India International title holder, Dr. Shailla Khan, on Success Statements from BMC Global Life. Welcome to the show, Mrs. Khan. Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
It's my pleasure to be here, ma'am, that I'm sharing the same screen with you. I believe it's an honor because I've been continuously reading your articles, and I believe just before it, I would
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
It's my honor.
It's my privilege as well. I've been just having a word with my colleagues behind the camera that I've been hosting a series of women, at least 4 of them in a row. That's why I said in my intro, yet another woman. And well, all the women who have been here, they're indeed queens. But today I have a queen with a crown. I think the first of its kind.
I believe that each woman, they carry their invisible crowns in
That's
some
right.
other way.
Yes.
And
Invisible crowns. We all carry that. That's a
Yes.
beautiful way to start this evening. And that shining crown speaks a lot. And I think that is from your former title of being Mrs. India International.
Yes,
well, we'll begin from that. Tell us about that.
it's a quite interesting story. That how did it happen on my head? It was never my dream, and honestly speaking, I've never thought that I'm beautiful. At my very early age, people used to comment on my color, that your color is brown, you're not that beautiful. Yes, but I was always like a confident type girl that it doesn't matter to me. But somewhere down in the line, I do get affected that people were commenting, and I was like, okay, I'm not that beautiful. That's how it gave me a voice, which I always want to speak on some like women issues. So the interesting story is that I was in Oman, and I was doing really well when it comes to I was hosting events for the Indian Embassy and Indian Social Club Oman. And Indian Social Club Oman, when we talk about, it's massive, it's really huge. And so I was getting a lot of work, and my husband is a renowned speaker. And I always, that's how I started my story, that I always wanted to be a speaker and want to speak on the issues on the women, related to women. And it was a really a lovely evening, and I spoke to him that now you are a great speaker, I want to do the same. And he said, who are you? What have you achieved in your life? Why someone will speak, why will someone will listen to you? It was kind of like a setback to me, and I got teary eyes. It affected to me. it took me 10 minutes to get back to my real world. But then I seriously gave a thought that yes, if I want to be on a stage and when like not just as a job, like as a host, but to be like a speaker, why would someone listen to me? And then this ad pop-up of Mrs. India International, enroll yourself. Just like within 15 minutes, I was just scrolling something on Google and it just pop up. And I thought, if I can win that, you know, that's just one thought. I spoke to the team and everything. But being a Muslim, still I was not that, not confident, I don't want to say that confident, but there was something, you know, which was setting me back.
Pulling you back,
this is,
yeah.
Yes, that this is not the right thing for me to do, because when we were a child, you know, we have always learned that modeling is not a good line. You can't wear that such clothes and so many things, you know, like some dirty stories we hear about the modeling world. So still I thought that I will just give one chance. And the first thing I spoke to my husband, that I want to enroll myself for the Mrs. India International. Within 10 seconds, like he didn't give even a second thought, he said, go for it. And I said, are you sure? Because I might be traveling. They have told me that I would be traveling 3 times, 2 times to India and the semi-finals in Dubai. And I might be wearing a swimming costume or whatever. He said, go for it if you want to do it. Second call I gave to my mother. And I spoke to her because she was like, even like if I'm wearing sleeveless, she has some own boundaries. So I called her and I said, look, I want to register myself. She said, okay, go for it. And I was like, Mama, did you hear about it? It will come on TV and I will be wearing some different clothes and I will be known everywhere on like social media. She said, no, go for it.
Okay.
The third call, which is like a most important like member in my family, is my mother-in-law.
Okay.
Because like I'm representing her family. So I called her that, Mama, like I'm registering for this one. She was like, you sure you want to do it? I said, like, I just want to give it a try. She said, okay.
Okay.
The 3 strong members, like who are pillars of my family, they, you know, like they give a green tick to my checklist. Then comes to my kids. And at that time, my son was only 2 years old. He needs me. And I spoke to both of my girls. One is like, now she's 15 and the other one is that like now she's 12. That I want to go for this one. And they both were like, Mama, you should go ahead. Go for it. Go and achieve your dream. And I was like, yeah. Within like 1 hour, I just got the positive response.
And when was this? Which
it
year
was
this?
2019.
19.
And
okay.
I'm talking about like September. And none of them like gave me any kind of like a criticism or a negativity. So I thought, okay, I will just give it a try. And my first audition was that they just had like a personality round, but I was the only one who got selected from the whole Ummah, like from the whole Middle East.
Okay.
Yes. So I represent Middle East over there, and luckily you can see the crown is on my head now.
Yeah.
Plus the best part was that I got the Mrs. Style icon as well.
Mrs. Style.
Mrs. Style icon.
Okay.
Because I did my all styling, and I was in Oman and in Muscat. Honestly, I had a terrible time because I didn't had much pleasure of that much of shopping which I can have in India. Like you have got loads of varieties, so it was a really struggle because they give you a particular catalogs of like you just need a beige color or you know like for your corporate round. So it was really difficult for me, but somehow I managed.
So who were the organizers, or who are the organizers of Mrs. India International?
Mrs. India International. There are loads of mentors over there. Mrs. Lisa Verma ma'am, she is the mentor for Manushi Chilla. She was a mentor for the Sushmita Sen.
Okay.
And we have Sheni Soni ma'am. She is the Mrs. Transgender Queen. Now she will represent in Mrs. Universe as Mrs. India Transgender Queen, Miss India Transgender Queen. And we have Mr. Varun Katyal, who is a nutritionist specialist. He just joined with Miss Teen Diva. So there are loads of team, brilliant team, I must say. All the mentors and the coaches were really good, and I believe that's their hard work has paid me really off, and that's why I'm sitting here. So I just dedicate to my team.
Great. It's really an interesting and inspiring story, Mrs. Khan, because I thought you would have been a model before and you have climbed up the rungs, but this is beautiful, and it is a very big lesson that you have such a wonderful family And that is for people to take a lesson from, because family is a big support.
Yes.
And I'm happy that you have you call them pillars of life,
Yes.
which is very important.
Yes.
And yes, and the crown, and I'm sure the crown brought in a lot of responsibilities, isn't it? We began our chat by saying that every woman wears an unseen crown. And how do you think you are utilizing this crown for this fraternity, the womanhood, the women around you? How did you make use of it? And 2019, we are running 2 years. I know it was in the thick of the pandemic. I know you are an activist. You're very sensitively attached to the topic called women. So how do you think the crown added to it?
It added a lot of factors. You know, people changed. Their view changed. Earlier, I was just Shailla.
Okay.
Now I am Shailla Khan.
Okay.
Yes, that's this crown has given me that you know, a new dimension,
Identity.
yeah, identity in my life, and I'm enjoying it. But yes, the purpose of this, that I want to raise my voice regarding the social issues when it comes to the gender equality or to the discrimination, when it comes to the education, for especially for the women and girls, earlier marriage, abusive marriage. And when we talk abusive, it can be emotional or a sexual. It can
Yes.
be any. So what I have done, yes, of course, that it was a setback for me, because when I won, just after that, this COVID happened, and I didn't enjoy my the movement. Yes, I missed a lot of awards, my recognitions, just because of the COVID.
Okay.
But I didn't stop my voice. I started my Facebook page, and I don't want to disclose it, but I have got some separate groups which are kind of like a secretive, especially for the women, where we talk about, we try to empower each other. There are lots of you know, happy, lucky women, which they have their sensitive kind of stories. They usually post a happy picture, but then that page, it's open to everyone, but they can't read the messages. Like, but if someone really needs, because it's
A close
spreading,
group, rather.
yeah, it's spreading through the word of the mouth to people. One of the usual the problems which are coming back again to again is weight loss.
Weight loss.
Weight
Okay.
loss. This social media is playing an important role when it's come to a depression. How come? A husband sees her wife's friend's picture. So usually I receive the stories like, your friend is hot, what happened to you? But you never know, that lady must be suffering from thyroid or any other medical issues. And these stress increase their anxiety levels, stress, lack of sleep, unhealthy things, you know, so many things they can have. So I must say that our so-called Bollywood celebrities, or our like any kind of like celebrities, what they are spreading the message to the world, that after just giving a birth to a baby, you can go directly to a gym. But what our elders have said to us, that you need to give time to your body to heal it up.
Yeah.
It's very, very important. I'm a mother of 3 kids, and I'm sitting here with a crown, giving an interview to Miss Raji ji. I believe it's a special honor to me. So whatever I've achieved in my life after my 3rd son, so it's a blessing to me. So please don't follow those celebrities who have got their paid PR to spread the wrong messages. Try to be in your real world, real yourself, believe in yourself, whoever you are. Love yourself, give yourself a time. Weight is there. You can gain or lose, but don't lose your confidence. That's more important.
That's a very good message, a very apt message. But unfortunately, I don't know how many people would really get it, because it's that kind of a world, you know, especially with the social media. But then it's good to see that there are good messages like this coming up as well, because we do have certain good commercials, especially the Dove commercial, the Always commercial, isn't it? Some of them have come up clearly against discrimination or against the definition of beauty, which, as you rightly said, was associated with your complexion and things like that. So that's a good message out there. Thank you for that beautiful message, Mrs. Khan, to young women and older women as well. And yes, interestingly, weight loss is a major concern with women, but a very, very positive note to look at it is to love yourself. Wonderful. And I can see that spark in you when you're talking about women. And I also read that you're a poet. And your latest edition, I love the title, No.
No means no.
No means no. It reminded me of the movie Pink, right?
Yes.
Pink. And that's such a strong title. And I think it's a video.
Yes.
It's a video.
I've given my own voice. I've written it and I've given my own voice, and I've taken like a free music from YouTube, and then I posted.
No means no.
Yes, no means no.
You touched upon this very important aspect in your previous answer, which is defining abuse. When you hear abuse, it's a big word. So people think it's only sexual abuse. But abuses are like a range, isn't it? Even a look can be abusive. A word can be abusive. Tell me about your No Means No, the video, the sentiments behind it.
You know, just what you just spoke it about, that yes, sexual abuse can be defined in many ways.
Abuse can be, yeah.
Can be
it's not
many
only
ways.
sexual abuse.
Not only the sexual, but even when someone is looking at you, you know, like I had a speech recently. I was in India to receive one of the awards, and I spoke about it that when I was young means like not even I started my teenage, might be 11 and 12, and not forced to, but that's our society was like where we were living, that we need to wear suits and we need to take a dupatta, with like a you know, proper covering, because my mother was concerned that someone might be, you know, looking at me in a different way, or someone that even if someone comment or someone look at me, my mother like, you're not covering yourself properly. And it was so disheartening that it's not my fault to be a girl, or if even my body parts are growing, it's not my fault. What can I do? And I used to cry, and it often, you know, it often happening in my life at that time. So when it I don't know, actually I really get emotional when I talk about all these things, because there are some kind of like just memories which refresh again. Yes, why did I start writing about No Means No? As I talked to you, that I have got some groups where we do talk about some serious issues when it comes to women. You know, especially in Asian countries, 80% of the women are suffering from the sexual violence, but our women, they don't want to speak it about.
Yeah.
The most of the cases are from America, because they have got the voice, so they can speak it about it. But in our country, hardly 10%. Why? Because they don't want to speak it about. So what happened when I just gave a thought that I really want to write on this, because there were a lot of cases, they were like writing on the, like to me, that they do want to speak it about, that they are suffering from it. Like if someone is from periods and they don't want to do it, but they have to oblige their men, or even they're not in a mood, or if she's coming like from her office around 8 o'clock and then she has to clean the house, she has to do the cooking, but her husband wants to do it, and then so she has to oblige him, she can't do anything. So I thought that I should give my voice to it, and when I started writing it, and I asked some like around 15 women to become a part of it, and they all agreed to it. On from that 15 women, 4 of them had personally messaged to me that they have been suffering from this sexual violence. Like there was some like really bad moments in their life at that time which they don't want to do it. One of my friends, her mother just got died and her husband forced her. So you know what happened, that those ladies, when I you know, launched my video, it was like a big event on online, we did it, and it was applauded from everywhere. The ladies, they messaged me that finally there is someone who is speaking on this topic. We have got so many incidents which we really want to speak it about. But Shailla, thank you so much. And they personally, you know, they have sent me these messages, and they felt that we are feeling so relief that after so many years, at least I have shared my stories. So I don't know, like it was just a thought, and it turned out to be like a voice, which So
sometimes we need those kind of voices out there, and I'm glad that you became the voice, and that's why perhaps the crown is on your head.
just fine, ma'am. Just fine, my man.
Right. Okay. So that is Shailla Khan, former Mrs. India International, joining me this evening on Success Statements from BMC Global Live. Let's take a short break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
Welcome back to Success Statements from BMC Global Live, and this evening we have a lady with a crown, Shailla Khan. Mrs. Khan, after that very inspiring first segment of the show where you spoke for women, about women, and some of those sensitive topics which many people may not want to speak or address, often brushed under the carpet, let's move into yet another very special topic which is very close to my heart, a special education teacher. You're a trained person and you've been doing that, isn't it? Such a diverse career path, from being a model and, you know, Mrs. India International and a women's activist, a special education teacher. Was it your passion? What took you to that role or that education? I think you're trained, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Any specific reason for that?
Again, it's a story. Actually, there are loads of stories in my life.
Yes.
Actually, when I started my career, I was working as a journalist, school journalist with Times of India. I worked there for 3 years. Then I got engaged to my husband, and he's an auditor. So he used to work for a bank. So he said, "Why are you running here and there? Just come and join with me." So then I started as a banker. But after my marriage, as I told you, like before, just by interview, that there have been like so many countries we have changed and all. So I was like moving here and there, and I had 2 kids at that time, and I stopped working. And since like childhood, like my mother has never made us like just to make us like free. We always like doing something, even just a drawing class, a computer class, whatever. We are not allowed to sit idle at home. We have to do something. So it was like around 5 years from marriage, I wasn't working, and I was like, I need to do something. I need to do something. And when it comes to housewife, everyone thinks that a school job is a good job. You know, you can come and go like with your kids. So at that time I was in London, My elder daughter, she started her school. My little one was around like 2.5. So there was one of my friends, she was doing some course related to the teaching. So I said, okay, let me join too, then at least I will have some qualification. So that's how just I enrolled myself to this 1-year course of special education teacher. And then I did my internship then I have worked in London and Scotland as well. Plus in Bahrain, I worked with Alia International School as a transition teacher. Yeah, so you can say everything just happened. Like I've never thought that I will be like a special education teacher. But again, I believe it was a blessing that if I did it.
Isn't it?
Because yes, the amount of love you get it from the parents.
That's right.
The only thing that the results are very slow. Because sometimes a kid takes 6 months to show a response, or might be a year, or sometimes just a month. But the love and the respect you get from the parents, it's commendable.
And I think it's very challenging.
Yes.
A job, isn't it? It's not easy. Even rearing a normal child is so challenging and think of, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Alia School is indeed one of the best in the country.
Yes,
And I know many parents and students and teachers working there. Salutes to that institution. Tell me some of your experiences in that field. How has life perspective changed for you?
It has made me more patient, more calm. You know what I believe, that sometimes I say that my own kids who are normal, they don't listen to me. And when I was like in Alia school, and I say, quite everyone used to listen to me. So that's how the teacher job is. And plus, like working with Miss Sheikha, working with Alia school. Shikharania. It was a great experience. The kind of facilities they have, what they provide to like for the kids, for the special kids, the kind of attention and how do they groom their staff. It's really amazing. I have got some the best experiences from Alia school. Yes.
And you're also a motivational speaker.
Yes.
So is that yet another story?
Yes. I always wanted to be a motivational speaker, because I have seen a lot of women who have got the talent, but they are unable to pursue their dreams because of some pressure of the society. They didn't get the support from their parents, and loads of examples just from my own family. I don't want to name them, but there are many of them. So I want to be that person, if they can motivate it, that I am here, I am a homemaker, I am a mother of 3 kids, I am a professional person, now I am the manager of the Bahrain Cricket Federation. So many roles I am playing, plus I can achieve my other dreams too. And did all these roles, like if I am doing it, did it make me a bad mother, or did it make me a bad wife? No. So this is the one message, like which gives me motivation to, which gives me a motivation like to just spread a message that if I can do it. I was a very like a common girl, like just girl next to the door, but I'm here because of my hard work and dedication. So if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Okay, yeah. That's a beautiful thought. And Mrs. Khan, right from the beginning, you have been giving me stories. I thought you would have been a model before and that you became this. You said, no, it all happened in 10 minutes. Then I thought you had some special interest in special education. You said, no, you just did a course and you went into it. Now, motivational speaker also. Tell me, what did you want to be as a child during your school days? Did you have an ambition? What was your ambition to be?
Air hostess, always. And I cleared for one of the famous, like the biggest airlines of India.
Okay.
But my dad didn't support me.
Okay.
That's how the motivation, and like when you talk about a social activity, these things have played an important role, those incidences. Because I have to wear the skirt. So my dad said, no, I won't allow you. And I just finished my 12th at that time, and I got selected for one of the best airlines. I have cleared the interviews, the written test, and you're not allowed to do that. So these were the things have given me that.
In a way, that's
the
good
voice.
because that's why you're here, a motivational
yes.
speaker, isn't it? So everything has been
Yes, that's-
so providentially well placed and planned in
Might
life.
be, might be.
You must be thanking your dad for that. Had he allowed you, you would have been an air hostess perhaps. You might not have had so many feathers to your hat this evening.
Yeah, so thank you, Dad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's thank them. At the end of the day, parents
No,
always
of course.
wish
We
well
need-
for the
yes,
children, isn't
of
it?
course.
You just mentioned about your latest role, which keeps you extremely busy.
Oh, yes.
And that's just the other side of the whole world that we are talking about, the stage
Yes.
and the show and the glitz and the glamour, and right out there with a bat. Are you a batswoman or a bowler?
Nothing.
Neither. But you are the manager of the
Yes.
women's cricket team
Women's and
of
girls
Bahrain.
cricket team,
Women's
yes.
and girls cricket team. Okay, you don't play, do you?
No.
Then what made you, or what took you to that position?
Again, it's a story.
Story?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a story. And you know, can you see the smile like when you're talking about the Bahrain Cricket
Yeah, yeah,
Federation?
yeah.
That's what it is. Like I just, it's like I'm so proud, you know, to be a part of PCF, which comes under the patronage of our King Sheikh bin Khalid. Yes, the story is that when actually I used to host a show at one of the news channels, and I was in a talks with one of the Australian cricketers, and I want to do a show, but he wants to collab with the Bahrain cricket, and I got connected through, you know, again, can I take the Facebook name?
Yeah, sure.
Facebook has played an important role in my life. Whatever I am here today, I will just, you know, thanks to Mr. Mark.
Okay. Okay.
Because I have learnt a lot from it. I try to utilize the time like when I'm sitting on Facebook or any other social media. So I got connected through Facebook to the BCF, and then I had a meeting with the chairperson, and I just asked him that if he can come for one of my shows. It was an online. So he said, I like your personality. Why don't you join BCF? And I was like, it comes from nowhere. Like, how can I join? Like, that's the question usually people ask me, that are you a batsman or you a bowler? No, I've never played cricket. Yes, I have played some, like just for a fun, you know, like if it's a family day, we just play for 10-20 overs, especially for the softball, that not as a player. And he said on the spot that, would you like to join? And I was like, okay, like I've never thought about it, but I can give a try. But then this COVID happened. So nothing happened for, again, like for 6 months and all. But randomly, I just received a call that please do come and meet us from the board. And I went there, I had 2-3 rounds and I got selected. So that's how it started, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I really want to say thank you, BCF, for making me a part of it. It's one of the best organizations we had.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think Bahrain has an excellent team, women's cricket team, isn't it?
Yes, it's certainly we have, and now BCF has more than 30 women's player now, and the national camp will be starting very soon. The women cricket is growing. It's you can see if any updates if you require, you can follow us on our Instagram page, Bahrain Cricket Federation. Plus, the best part of the BCF, that they don't charge any money.
Okay,
The
interesting.
coaching is free. Any nationality can apply.
Okay.
Any nationality, and the coaching, or if you want to have a good career as a cricketer, please do join BCF. And you know, people say to me that Bahrain is very small, there are no opportunities. I say it's wrong.
It's absolutely unfounded, yes.
Yes, it's the land of opportunities. And I say, like, if you really, because if you're from any other countries, you can take a bag of money, still you won't be getting a chance to play for the nationals. But do join BCF, you never know if you can play for the nationals, because we are looking for the talents. If you're passionate and dedicated towards for the cricket, please do join us, and you might be playing for the Bahrain.
Let alone BCF or for that matter sports, in any aspect.
Yes.
When it comes to this beautiful country, I agree with you.
Yes.
Mrs. Khan, no words would suffice
Yes.
to pay respects to the beautiful leadership of this country and the rulers of this country. Indeed, such a beautiful land. Yeah, the land of pearls indeed. So that is Shailla Khan, former Mrs. India International title holder, and all the other stories what you have been hearing. Let's take a short break on success statements from BMC Global Live.
Every piece of jewelry tells a story. Its raw beauty speaks of its natural origins. The brilliant design speaks of unparalleled craftsmanship. Its elegance evokes the passion and energy of those who wear it. At Al Siraj Jewelry, our story, our pride.
Welcome back to Success Statements from BMC Global Live, and this evening I have with me Shailla Khan. Mrs. Khan, as we come to the last segment of this beautiful evening chat, let me get into your personal life a bit. You spoke to us already about your beautiful family, your husband, I think
Shahnawaz Khan.
Shahnawaz Khan, and 3 children, Sarah, Ikra and Hamza, right? And your mother, your mother-in-law,
Yes.
Where are they all? Are they?
They all are in India.
They're all in India, and you're from Delhi, right?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me more about your family, and do you have a role model in life?
My role model, I must say my mother,
Okay.
then my husband.
What is your mother's name?
My mother's name is Shahjahan.
Shahjahan. She's in Delhi?
She's in Delhi.
Okay. If you're watching us, ma'am, you have a beautiful daughter, inside out. Kudos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the genes.
Because the mother deserves the
Yes.
laurels for a beautiful daughter. You know, beautiful when I said I was not speaking of the skin depth, but beyond. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Coming
Tell
from
me.
you, it means
Yeah.
a lot. Yes, because my mother, she's multi-talented woman. She knows she knows knitting, she knows sewing. She came first in one of the sewing competitions in 1971, and you know, like the Usha company. But she didn't get the support to get through it, you know, like to take it more further. Otherwise, she would have been like the next Manish Malhotra or Sabyasachi.
Okay.
Because most of her, you know, I've been carrying her dresses, like whatever, like she gives me all the style statements. So she's the one. And then my husband.
Okay.
I owe everything to him. You say that it's a very famous quote that behind a successful
Every successful man,
yes.
there is a woman. But you're trying to say it's the other way around.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you this question. Thank you for bringing it. Yeah. Tell me.
Because he's there. When I say, yes, a woman needs a support from her husband. It's very important because I have to leave my kids. I have to leave everything. Now if I'm sitting over here, I know that he's there to support my kids. I need someone to be, you know, like to be there with them. And whenever there is like something I have to do, I don't have to take in permission. I just need to, like, you know, just to inform him that this is,
Inform,
yes.
yeah.
So it's always about, he inspires me a lot. He, you know, whenever I'm going to receive an award, or even like if I'm going to any one of my sessions about my poetry, he always makes me to read my script at least 100 of times, so that if there is any, like he just need, like it's not about the correction or something, he just want me to, you know, like too proud of myself that the result is good.
Yeah.
Even if I'm going out, he will look after everything, how's my sari is looking, if my lipstick is matching or not. Yes, honestly, you know, that's even this sari, it's bought by him, especially from the Banaras.
Okay.
So it's just not about the dressing, it's about each and everything, whatever like I have achieved, I totally owe to him, because he's the one who gives me my strength. He's like my support system, and he's like, he just boosts me up that okay, you can do it. Sometimes I do get fear that I can't do this. When I had my speech in November, I was sharing the stage with Chief Justice of India. I was really scared at that time. It was such a good, you know, like a big opportunity, but he said no, you can do it. But again, he made me you know, like make me sit and recorded my speech at least for 10 times that you need to do it, so that yes, on stage you're doing like in a proper way.
Mr. Shahnawaz Khan, if you are out there listening to us, I'm sure your lady would go on and on speaking about you, so let me cut you there.
Yes, I can.
You just mentioned about poetry.
Yes,
Do you write poems?
yes, I do write.
Okay, so tell me, the subject is again woman?
You know,
of-
when I started it, I was just writing just for Shahnawaz.
Okay.
And I was just writing in Hindi and just like mostly on love or sad emotions.
Okay.
But after 6 months, actually I was just giving a time to myself that can I write, because I was never been like, I've never given a thought that I can write. But again, that Shahnawaz gave me that boost up. Try to write, you have got that voice, try to write it. And after 6 months, I thought that I have got that platforms, like I've been associated to a lot of poetry groups on Facebook. Then I started getting the invitations from the outside as well, from India and from all over the world. So yes, I thought that if I have got the platform, I should try to write on a particular social issues. Yes, especially for the women, I write, my main topics are like body shaming, gender equality.
Interesting. Would you like to tell us, recite to us a short something from your body shaming?
Yes, certainly, I will. And
because that's a very crucial topic, you know, very important topic,
Yes.
which needs a lot of reassurance.
actually, it's very close to me as well, because in my teenage age, when I was like 14 or 15, I was like very skinny, like hardly 40 to 41. So a lot of people was saying like, you just like an hanger, try something, eat something. And I was not the one like was not eating. I was eating a lot, but that was my body structure. So a lot of comments. So there was like 2 comments, racial, like related to my skin, and plus this to my body. So I don't know, like I was never like have a depressing childhood, but still these were the topics were like somewhere in my mind.
I think that's good in a way that you collected all those little moments and you made it into something positive.
And recently when I was in India, actually at that time in COVID, I was stuck over there. And I've seen that these things still haven't been stopped.
Unfortunately.
These things are still over there. People do pass comments.
Oh yeah.
And they don't know how does it affect to someone's life. And it can take it to more further, you know, it can affect their career.
Yes.
But they just say it. And there is one more thing I want to add on, that I hate that one call which comes on the result today. If your result is bad, sometimes your result is not good, but you receive a call from your relatives, oh, how's your result? And your mama is like, no, it's not good. And when you get a big so please stop calling. Please stop calling and asking the results of children. It's not good, even if it's good or bad. Leave them alone. Give them a better childhood.
Yeah.
These things doesn't matter.
I hope people understand
No,
and
no.
people act.
Please, they really need to. Okay, I have written this body shaming.
Okay.
It's a poem, and again, it's very close to my heart. And I really want to spread this message through BMC, through the Facebook page. Whoever who listening, please try to spread a message that be confident in your own body. Body shaming. Happiness does not come in a particular size. It's right there inside, in everyone. It's right there inside in everyone, day and night. But do we need to show it or feel it inside? No one dared to say that you are not beautiful and oversized. No one dared to say that you are not beautiful and oversized, but when you see your reflection in the water, like when you're just passing by, when you see your reflection into the water, always thanks to the Creator. Irrespective of your size, you have a life, and you are also a creator of life. Like I'm talking about the mother, the role, like as a wife. You are created to play many roles: wife, mother, a partner, or a lover. Don't let anyone falsely to accuse you of being abused. You are not made for abuse. You are not made for abuse. Rather, you are a yellow flower. Be it like a pumpkin flower. Heads up and chin high. Heads up and chin high. Say it with me. You will not be ashamed. You will not be shy. You will wear what you feel right. You will wear what you feel right. You are born to make the world bright. You can't stop people saying, shame, shame, body shame. You can't stop people saying, shame, shame, body shame. No, no. One thing that is forever true. You will be always be you. So be that girl now that you would be. So be that girl now that you would be. Enjoy yourself and not afraid of any of your size. Always be happy and bright. Let them say shame, shame, body shame, and you will get more fame, fame and fame. Thank you so much.
Beautiful, very beautiful, wonderful. That's a wonderful message, very beautifully written, and I think you really is a voice for many of those women out there who wanted to hear this. Yes, you need to be happy, you need to be proud, because you are the recreation of your Maker, because the Holy Bible says you're created in His image. So you are God Himself, so you should be proud. Thank you for that beautiful poem, Shailla Khan. It was indeed a pleasure having you with us this evening, and I enjoyed every bit of the talk. Thank you for all that little gems that you put in here and there, and you have collected so many in your life from those little stories. I enjoyed every bit. Can I have your final remarks?
Through BMC page, through you, and through to the Facebook viewers, I just want to say, try to empower women. Try to support each other. Don't blame the men. First, you need to support the women. You know, there is one small thing I want to say, that nowadays it's very important to comment, to like, or to subscribe. People, they don't do that.
Yes, yeah.
How much time it will take? If someone is sending you a YouTube link, please, you know, in COVID, 65% of women have started their YouTube channels.
Correct.
So if they're just asking you to just like my page,
Do
what
that.
to take, please do that. That's what the women empowerment. It's just not about that you should just write on you celebrating National Women's Day, you're empowering this. No. Empowering means when you make the growth in the society. Give your girls a freedom. Listen to them. Sit with your children. Don't make them enroll to so many classes that they are far away from you. They need you. They need your time. So this is the message I just want to pass to the parents, to the wives, and love yourself. Give yourself just 1 hour. Me time is very important. So these are the things which I'm following each and every day, and most importantly, just love yourself and just spread love and positivity. And thank you so much for inviting me. I feel so privileged to be a part of this successful stories with you, ma'am.
Thank
I
you
feel
so much.
honored
The
to be
pleasure
here.
is mine. The honor is mine as well. Well, that was a beautiful evening of stories after stories, and with a wonderful wrapping up, assuring or encouraging every woman out there to be holding their chin up, head high. Yes, as in the beginning of the show we said, every woman has a crown on her head, unseen crown, and we need to balance this. And what more a beautiful message. That was Shailla Khan joining me on Success Statements from BMC Global Live this evening. Until we meet next week with yet another guest, this is Raji Unnikrishnan signing off. Good night. Mrs. Khan, thank you very much for joining us this evening. We have a small token of appreciation from Team BMC. I call upon Praveen Krishna, the admin and media head, to hand over the memento.